Order allowing Rivers State's House of Assembly to perform its constitutional duties. Rivers lawmakers hold final session for late colleague Denny Barilolo. Federal government to punish those found culpable in Army's Kaduna bombing. On the foreign scene, professor shoots 3 dead in Las Vegas University. I am Constance Mega. The Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, says he will not surrender his mandate to intimidation and blackmail. The governor said this when he addressed the State Council of Traditional Rulers at their office in Port Harcourt today.
These are trying times. Let us not forget that Rivers State is our collective inheritance. Presently under my watch to protect, to defend, and to advance. I assure you that I will not fail in this responsibility, nor will I surrender our mandate or progress to intimidation, blackmail, and deliberate sabotage, and recommit myself to the path of peace, as there is nothing to gain in a state of endless crisis.
Well, the governor also charged the traditional rulers to speak the truth to power.
Our administration will continue to accord respect to the traditional institution. As traditional rulers, you embody the conscience of the state. You must have the integrity not to compromise your neutrality and the courage to speak truth to power. It's important. Look at me and tell me the truth, and remain firmly committed to working together to build a better future for everyone.
Earlier, the chairman of the Rivers State Traditional Rulers Council, Sergeant Oha Awuse, warned those distracting the governor to stop. He assured the governor of the support of the traditional rulers.
This council will continue to support our governor. All those outside parading themselves, whatever trying to spoil things, should stop forthwith. They must stop forthwith. 1 million social media influencer cannot win one local government election. They should allow you to work.
In another development, a federal high court in Abuja has granted an order allowing the Rivers State House of Assembly to perform its constitutional duties. A certified true copy of the order dated 30th November posted on Facebook by Marshal Obuzo, a former special assistant to Governor Siminalayi Fubara, showed that Justice J.K. Omotosho gave the order. The court also restrained the state government, its agents and privies from withholding funds for the assembly, disturbing the assembly's clerk and deputy clerk, or disrupting the functioning of the State House of Assembly. It also said Martin Sameule will be made to pay 1 billion naira if it is discovered that less than 25 members or 2/3 of the 31 lawmakers are not sitting. In the meantime, 27 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly held a valedictory session today for their late colleague who represented Kana State Constituency 2, Denny Barilolo. The Martin Amehule-led lawmakers were all dressed in black during the session. Our correspondent reports that the session was attended by family members of the late lawmaker, former members of the Assembly, and a member of the House of Representatives, Dum Deko. While the Speaker, Martin Sameule, paid tributes to the late lawmaker.
I feel so pained. The good people of Obiabo Constituency 1 feel so pained. The entire 10th Assembly is so pained that we are losing a serving member. I will surely remember him for his contributions on the floor of this house. I will not forget his eloquence as a lawyer, and anything that has to do with legal matters, anything will require people who have knowledge in those areas. But it's no more to fill that gap anymore here in this 10th Assembly.
Well, other lawmakers, including Deputy Speaker, Leader, also paid tributes to the late lawmaker.
The pain is much from the House because I know what it means that a member and a colleague passes when this parliament is still not even up to a year. Pray that God will give you the strength where it's lost.
To the family, it is God that will fill that gap for them. And to the wife and daughter, and for colleagues, that we will find him no more. I also pray that God will give us grace to bear this loss that we cannot replace.
Honorable Dineba Lulu is very good. He represented Ghana. I am representing Ghana, but I have it on good authority that even in Ghana, they love him.
Well, the House adjourned till 18th of December. Earlier, the police stopped the lawmakers from entering the assembly complex when they arrived. Moving on, a resident and acting Okanama of Asarama town in Andoni local government area of Rivers State, Luke Eneriene, is urging Governor Siminalayi Fubara to intervene in a matter involving the chairman of Andoni local government area, Erastus Awotu. But Dr. Eneriene, in a statement, accused the Andoni council boss of disobeying a court order that prohibits the induction of juju ceremonies in Asarama town in an attempt to install his own person as the Okanama and paramount ruler of the town. He said he is disappointed that after being served with a court order, the chairman of Andoni, along with his committee members, Katukpo Atagun, Roland Ifiri Tam, and Maxwell Theophilus, have refused to comply. Dr. Eneriene said there are several ongoing cases in courts concerning the paramount rulership of Asarama, which Mr. Erastus has disregarded. He said communities like Unyada, Ataba, and Ungo concluded their chieftaincy tussles at the Supreme Court and were not forced to juju swearing. He called on the governor and security agencies to intervene, saying the Constitution has made invocation and swearing of juju oaths a criminal offense. Still to come, federal government to punish those found culpable in Army's Kaduna Aero bombing. Stay tuned.
The PDP stakeholder
the federal government will ensure punishment for those found culpable in the error bombing by the Nigerian army that killed over 85 persons in Kaduna State. But the vice president spoke when he visited the victims at a hospital in Kaduna State today. The railway junction on Woji Road in Port Harcourt Metropolis was blocked this morning for rehabilitation of the rail tracks. Some commuters and motorists said the blockade affected them as they were not properly informed about the work on the rail track.
We are working railway. They say they are nice, but I'm not aware. If they work, it will be very okay. But for now, we are suffering it because we are working halfway from here now to railway, and from railway to Atalarina. That's why you are working. If you are working from White Hills, you will stop at halfway.
They've inconvenienced so many persons, and we doing business, it has affected us.
I just saw it now. I wasn't aware. Came from LG down here, so I have to walk down to this part of the road to enter KK.
People are still trekking down. They'll pay double transport.
Meanwhile, a management staff of the construction company handling the repair, Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, CCECC, Abraham Joseph, tells our correspondents that they plan to finish the work before 20th of December.
We are trying to fix the railway line. That's why we barricade the road. We want to cross the beam so that the next few days, maybe from now till 20 or 19, the railway will start work. There's a board we keep over there when you are coming. We keep that board there to barricade them so that they can be able to find another route.
Well, recall that work was suspended on the Port Harcourt Maiduguri Eastern Rail Line in September 2022 by the then Minister of Transportation, Muazu Sambo. He attributed it to insecurity and vandalism of railway property along the corridor. Workers under the aegis of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASAN, have embarked on an indefinite strike at ND Western OML 34 gas plants in Utorogu and Ueli East fields in Otujeremi, Delta State. The protesting workers said they have been wallowing in abject deprivation, neglect, and demoralization since the divestment of the formerly operated Shell Petroleum Development Company assets to ND Western in late 2012. While the Pengasan branch chairman at Utorogu gas plant, Godwin Awoviebe, said workers at the facility are being treated like slaves and do not have proper identification. Well, he said the strike became necessary after the resolution reached at the National Executive Council meeting of Pengasan in Port Harcourt, mandating the workers to withdraw their services at Utorogu gas plant.
The NEC in session resolved that ND Western branch of Pengasan should withdraw its services. So the national body is here with us, and all we are doing is withdraw our services. Because we have withdrawn our services has just gone down. This withdrawal started at exactly 12:00 hours, Thursday, the 7th of 2023. What we are doing is withdrawing our services.
Also speaking, the Pengasan Torogo gas plant by the ND Western.
To these anti-labor activities of ND Western, they are treating their staffs as if they are inhuman. Have come as a union to say no, that ND Westerns must be brought to books. And these are people who are using our people to turn the wheels of wet, and yet they pay their peanuts.
On the foreign scene, U.S. police shot dead a former college professor after he shot and killed 3 people at the Las Vegas campus of the University of Nevada on Wednesday morning. On the news this evening, you heard that the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, says he will not surrender his mandate to intimidation. The High Court has granted an order allowing the Rivers State House of Assembly to perform its constitutional duties. The federal government says it will punish those found culpable in the Nigerian Army's Kaduna error bombing. And on the foreign scene, a professor was shot dead for shooting and killing 3 people in Las Vegas University. And that's the news. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Constance Mega. Thank you for listening.